Who's the alpha Baldy? Who's the alpha Baldy? This is our cameraman.
Murad, I'm saying you.
He
He died, but I also think it could be like, you know how they...
You flopped it. Baby, you're trash.
My South Korean guy.
How you been? Good. How you been? Good, bro. How was your trip?
Here's Kane. Goes for it. Oh yes! Oh yes! Harry Kane!
Let's go. Let's go. Welcome to Air Raid. We're back with another episode. You know, last week was a nice episode. People loved the episode. Thanks for the feedback. Before we do start, make sure you hit the subscribe button. We're dropping Air Raid every week. This week we got two guests. They have the platform. They have their own platforms. They're doing their own thing. We've been on their podcast. They've been on ours. You know, but this time we're trying to get them individually to speak, not on behalf of the podcast or the entertainment group. You're talking on behalf of yourselves today. And you know, we said let's start off with a bang. These are two guests that have been on Talking Trophies and caused a bit of a riffle. And they personally don't like our viewers. They feel like our viewers come for them a bit hard. But I feel like the thing I love about the viewers of Talking Trophies is they're the most honest viewers. You guys are always 100 with us and always 100 with our guests. I want to start off with a real one. I'm going to start off with... The other one's a real one. But let me come to this guy because this is my bold man, Noor. What's up, guys? From Disruption, man?
Good.
Bold gang, what's up?
Yeah, they got the TD Wow Boy.
What's up? They got the Rockstar, man, the TDE. Hey, shout out TDE. They're doing their thing. We're going to get you guys on a couple of their members as well on to Air Raid. And then we have someone I'd say that has jumped on Talking Trophies. And I feel like the first time she jumped on, it was a bit of a reality check. Not reality check. It was a bit of a not a reality check. Not a reality check. It was a bit of a shock. Yeah. I could say shock because of obviously their base of viewers and stuff, so they weren't expecting the criticism from our viewers. And she just came back from a crazy trip. I'm not sure if she's still on that bougie vibe right now, but she is low-key with them gold diamond earrings. It's Wintana from Bittersweet Podcast.
Thanks for having me on today. Please don't drag me again because, I can't take it every time I come on Talking Trophies.
We'll be nice. We'll be nice today. But you know how Air Raid works, yeah? So we go through random topics and you just speak on it. You guys don't know what the topics are and we're just going to flow with it and have a laugh. Hopefully we enjoy ourselves. But before we do start, how are you? Both of you have gone traveling. Do you want to start with Europe or do you want to start with North America?
Ladies first.
Okay, so I went to Europe, London. It was amazing. It was just like really refreshing, you know, obviously after everything we've been through in like Melbourne, lockdown, everything. So did like London and then a few like Paris, Amsterdam, Italy, and Sweden.
That's the dope thing with Europe. Like you just hop around.
You just literally go from, you can do like a 2-day trip to Amsterdam, come back to London and you're chilling.
It was all friends, yeah?
It was, like 2 friends and my sisters.
Oh, dope.
That's nice.
Yeah, it was nice.
You know what I love about Europe? It's like you can hop around because it's like literally like a 1 hour flight, half an hour flight to another country.
Yeah, 1 hour.
That's crazy.
Or a train, a bus.
Yeah. Was it expensive?
It actually, it wasn't that expensive. Like I think the flights and everything were fine. It was more London. London was expensive. It's just accommodation, everything costs.
Yeah, that's true. It's your second time there too, yeah, was it?
Yeah, it's my second time there.
How do you feel? Was it different from the last time you went?
Yeah, it was different because obviously I was living there last time. So now I came back, I'm on holiday. Everything just feels more like, I feel like if you ever go to London, you need to actually stay for a solid 2 weeks straight. You can't just go in and out and try to experience the same thing because, you know, you want to like, things come on, then you end up going to a different city over the weekend. You miss out on a lot of, you know what I mean? It's like, you need to stay posted for a bit.
If you do want a whole review of that Europe trip, just jump over to the latest episode actually, and they talk on it. It's a very interesting episode. They did get a bit of feedback and criticism on TikTok because of their opinions on the Kentucky tour, but it is what it is.
So that was just the Talking Trophies fans
Yeah,
crossing
I think
over.
They just saw you. As soon as they saw you, they're like,
they
nah.
wait for me to post anything.
Oh, that's the girl we hate.
Noor,
Yeah.
you went to America, man.
Yeah, America,
and Canada.
Yeah.
How was that?
That was dope. It was a very different trip to Wintana's in that mine was like mostly family. So Canada was pretty much all family stuff, which was crazy because like, I mean, cousins that I haven't seen since I was 7, apparently 9, but I don't remember seeing them when I was 9. Yeah, so it's like it was dope just being around family, being around a lot of Arabs as well. It was like cool for me because I never really got to experience that in my life. And then New York solo, that was just dope.
That was New York.
The city's like this is how I've been explaining it to everyone. It's not beautiful, but it's amazing.
I
You know what I
liked
mean?
it, man.
What
I
do you
thought
mean, what
it
do
was
you mean
nice.
by that?
Like you're there and you're like, this place is dirty, it's grimy, it's like not friendly, all that kind of stuff. But you fully understand the whole thing of like, if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere.
The culture
like
and
the
everything, yeah?
but it is fun when you get immersed in it. It's very fun.
Yeah.
But it's not a beautiful city. You're not like, oh, the scenery is crazy.
That's the same. That's the
it's
same
a jungle.
as- yeah.
It's like a concrete jungle. You know.
That's the same vibe you get from London. Like it's dirty, all those things, but like the culture just it makes up for all of it.
I love New
Yeah.
York. I want to experience it in the summer because I went in the winter. I went Christmas time and like you know when they say the movies like of New York and stuff, it's actually real there. Like they full embrace it. Yeah. I love New York. Did you go to Fat Joe's? I told you go to Smoking Joe's Pizza.
No. I don't
Remember
know.
I messaged you. I'm like, there's a pizza shop. It's the most famous
To be
one.
honest, bro, I was the one thing that I really
So
liked
you
about
said
my
we'll
trip.
check it out, and you did. You said we'll
100%.
check it out, and you.
Bro, you know how many things I said to people when people were like, "Oh, do this, do
Yeah,
that," and I was
yeah,
like, "Yeah, okay."
Nah, but you know, I think I like that culture, like that hustle culture, but I like that griminess as well.
Yeah.
And like, but people with characters there.
Fam, like everywhere, just everywhere. At one of the train stations, I was like talking to a crackhead. This is on Malcolm X Boulevard. And he's like, "Oh, you got $1?" And I was like, "Oh, I got $2." Or no, blah blah. We start talking all this kind of thing, and he's like, "I'm from Australia," and he's like, "Oh, no way, like you're a tourist," and I'm like, "Yeah," and he's like, "I'm a tourist too." I was like, "Oh, dope." He's like, "Yeah, because I only go on trains, not airplanes." I was like, "What the heck are you saying, man?" And then anyway, we had a good conversation. I ended up giving him $4. The guy's like, "Oh, I'm going to New Jersey tonight."
Hey, New Jersey's a bit of a mission. I didn't know how far New Jersey was.
Is it? It's just under the Hudson, right?
No, but the thing is, like, it's a bit of a train ride, man.
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
I remember I
40,
went to NBA Youngboys concert.
Oh yeah, you said yeah.
So I
yeah.
caught the train there, and bro, like, it was a mission. And then I missed my last train. But luckily, I met some guy over there, and he's like, "Yo, hey, like we're vibing out like in the concert." Because I wasn't moshing or whatever.
Yeah.
I was just chilling, you know. And I met some guys there. Anyways, I'm like, "Damn, bro." I'm like, "I missed my last train," and he just chucked me 100. He's like, "Yeah, I got you." And then I literally caught a taxi back. But yeah, New York's
So
a
when
vibe.
you went, were you staying in like what area were you staying in? Because
I
New
w-
York is split up.
Yeah, I was in Queens.
Oh.
So Queens was a vibe. I liked the experience of Queens as well. But I went everywhere. Like I had a mutual in Harlem that lived there.
Yeah.
So I went there. I went Brooklyn. I went the Bronx. I went Manhattan, Upper Manhattan, Lower Manhattan. It was a vibe.
What about you?
Oh, I haven't told
I
this
stayed in
story.
Tribeca.
Tribeca.
So is
Where's
it-
that close to?
Let me think.
It's in thing, isn't it?
It's in Manhattan as well. Yeah.
It's Upper Manhattan.
Yeah. So it's you know the Tribeca Film Festival.
Yeah.
That's where it happens.
Okay.
Yeah. So like that. So it's not bougie. It's an artsy space.
Okay.
Maybe a little bougie one. The thing in New York that's interesting is like for us as outsiders, we'll hear like Harlem and we're like, oh, scary. But Harlem's not scary. Parts of Harlem are scary.
It's gentrified.
Parts
isn't
of it
I would
is
think that it's gentrified and
Yeah.
like all cultural. Like,
same with
stuff.
Brooklyn. Same with like
Yeah.
Queens. Like, literally all of them. It's like there's a pocket that is, pocket
Yeah.
that isn't.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just like
No,
it's
but
a
that pocket
interesting-
is like if you cross the wrong street,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like, you know, in Harlem there was a shop and it had the best chicken I've ever had in my life. One of the like top 3 best chicken I've had in my life. But it's all crackheads in the front. That's like their hub area. But the
not funny.
chicken hit. I remember some lady came in with a cigarette and she was smoking a cigarette and the guy's like, he's a fob African guy. He goes,
Yeah.
"Please don't smoke in my shop," you know?
Yeah.
And she literally just ashed it off on the wall. And then she chucked him some money, bought some chicken. And it's normal there. But I feel like I like that culture, man. I
Yeah.
like that. Like
Yeah.
toughness.
You guys are the same as me. So when I'm traveling, money's not real. Is that
Monopoly money.
It's- it's-
I don't know who I think I am. I don't know what it is, but the way I was living on this trip, I was just like, everything just feel all right, whatever. Like I got it. It's
dumb.
so dumb, but it does feel fake. It just feels like it's not like you have to spend. You have to enjoy it. Yeah.
I had a $25 meal, a $22 meal in New York. Yeah, it was in Harlem. It was like a old soul food spot. Like it was very stereotypical of like movies. Like the older lady came out, she's like 80. She's like, "Baby, you ordered yet?" All that. Like it
Oh,
literally felt like I was in
yeah.
a movie, right? $22 meal. I had 2 20s on me. I gave her 40. I was like, that give the change. I don't know. Is that the tip? That's the tip. Sure, I'll take. I don't like.
Ooh,
Damn.
tips an issue, man.
Yeah.
Tips an issue and a half.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say was, I forgot what I was gonna say. Let's jump into air raid. Let's talk about some topics.
Can we talk about why you guys love couches that sink?
It's Weebo's couches, man. This guy got the chairs.
Why do you like these couches, bro?
It's a vibe, but it's a vibe.
They're nice.
Yeah.
They're comfy.
But they're kind of they're crazy.
But it feels uncomfortable recording. Like,
Yeah. That's why I lean forward sometimes.
Yeah.
Or you can lean like do what Wintana is doing. How she's
Yeah, I always have my legs
sit
up.
on the leg. No.
just vibing. But anyways, let's jump into air raid.
Alright.
This is a weird one. I sent it into the group chat. I was on Reddit and I was just scrolling through Reddit, and it's pretty much some guy. He's a YouTuber in the UK, and he does like Love Island reviews or something.
Murad?
Murad. And did you hear what happened?
I heard what happened.
Anyways, I sent you the things. All the videos are there. It's messed up.
Is
I
this
know, I
the
watched
Yeah, I just sent it to you. So, okay, so pretty much this is the topic. So there's a guy, his name is Murad Merali, and he's a YouTuber from the UK, and he does Love Island reviews. So pretty much what happened was, like, a thing came out recently. Someone exposed him on Twitter, and he's got a weird foot fetish. I think that's the word. Is that a foot fetish?
Foot fetish. Yeah.
It's a foot fetish, but the thing is, like, it's mad racist, and this guy like calls himself. You have the videos up, the thing there. Doesn't he call himself, like, his Reddit account is called Arab Master Boys Slaves, and what he does is, like, he degrades like people and their ethnicities, and like makes them kiss and lick his feet. It's messed up videos. But yeah, just message the Talking Trophies page if you want to see the videos. It's messed up. But anyways, the topic for this one was, it's like, these are people that are public figures. He's taking pictures with all these he's taking pictures with all these famous people. He's interviewing them, and even, like, he did mention in one of the episodes, he went off like at one of the guys for saying the N-word, and everyone loves him in the UK, across the UK. I don't know. Did you know when you were there, Wintana, like, people liked him, or did you know
just
of him?
through social media.
Yeah, so he's
like,
pretty
if you
big.
watch Love Island, then you watch his
Him.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So pretty much he's on some, like, messed up vibes. You guys can watch the videos.
I'm good.
The videos are so intense.
And it's
Wouldn't like to watch them, to
racist.
be honest.
He's racist. It's messed up, anyways. And to all ethnicities, it's just full of, and, like, I was gonna say, like, these people we have as, like, public figures that we look up to. I don't say I wouldn't look up.
But someone does.
Someone does,
Yeah.
or people that are always on the internet that are sharing their opinions, and have these dark, like, I don't know, secrets,
Yeah.
And I was gonna talk about it, and, like, what are your thoughts on that? Like, even like Jeffrey what's his name, Epstein?
Oh,
Like, all of that, like, it's like, what's going on? How dark is this world of a place? And share your opinions on that.
It just makes you realize that, like, everybody is putting on a facade. Obviously, like, when I saw that, I was like, because the thing is, he came out with a YouTube video, like an apology video, and he was talking about how, like, he didn't take any accountability. He kind of made it as if, like, I didn't write those things, like, because he was saying all this, like, if you read it, you'll see what he was saying. But he was talking about how he was, like, violently sexually abused when he was younger in the mosque. He went there and he was, like, doing that, and he was talking about that. But do I, like, think that that's, I don't know. I feel like if you have a kink, you have a kink. Cool. Like, you know what I mean? I think we can move past the fact that he's obviously got a foot fetish.
Wait. Okay, can I just say, I don't think the foot fetish is the problem. I think it's the race kink. That's the problem.
No, but people do race play when they have it.
I don't.
Like,
I feel like that's.
He literally said.
I know what he said. That's what I'm saying.
The one where he pissed on the cup and made the guy drink the urine.
Huh?
But he does it to white guys too. It's not just black people.
Oh, equal opportunity.
He'll take it to he'll do it towards everyone. It's the sickness of it. It's the power play. It's everything.
Okay.
But it's the fact that he's racist, and the fact that the problem why it's wrong with the black people he's doing it to is because he's literally piggybacking off black culture right now. Like, he'll go and be like, all these black girls that are getting dragged on Love Island, like, people should be. He'll be, you know what I mean? Anything that happens that's against black women on Love Island. He's the first one to jump on and make a YouTube video, and everybody loves him because of that. But then you have this thing that you're doing on the side.
Is he gay or?
I was gonna say,
I
did
think
people
he's
already
gay.
know this about him, or?
I don't. Well, it was never publicly announced, but I think it was more like assumed.
Well, he does do reviews for Love Island. Like, I would.
Still, there's a black guy that's not gay that does reviews for Love Island. It's just a popular thing. If you want to hear
He's
views.
not gay until some tweets come out. Apparently,
No, but it's just really like, I don't know. I just feel like it just exposes. I don't know. It makes you realize that people really aren't who they are.
Did he do it to? But like, does he do it to other? His account is called Arab Master Boy or something.
is this why you wanted me on this
So
episode?
this is why I wanted you on this episode. Do you claim this guy as an Arab?
Well, to be fair, I think
I
he's
didn't
North
know he was-
African.
Is he there? I thought he was like from. I thought he was like, I honestly thought he was like South Asian.
No,
When I first saw- when I watched his
what's
videos.
called-
Let me find out where he's from. I reckon he's Algerian, but
I don't think so. I
I've
think
never-
he's
also
African
never heard of
at
this guy.
all. Like even like a
Nah, I
bit.
think he's Moroccan or something. Maybe even.
See,
I don't know the style of the jalabia he had on, bro.
see,
was-
that's exactly what I was thinking.
yeah.
Let me do my.
Sorry, you can't
research.
relate Wintana. You're not woke. But yeah, man, it's pretty messy.
Is this gonna be a snip right here?
Nice,
Is this the
nice,
clip,
nice,
guys?
nice. But I don't know, like.
What do you think of it?
Of what?
Of like the whole thing, the fact that he.
I just
did
trip out.
it.
Like, what gets him turned? Like, I'm not gonna lie. To you, I don't know about this kinky stuff and you know that, but like, the guy literally gets people to lick and kiss his feet.
Have you seen the one where he put the foot in his?
That one. Hey, I didn't see that one. Remember, I saw it. I didn't see it until later.
No, it was sort of funny. Like it's actually really intense to watch, but it's just more like the fact that people. It's not the key. It's the key.
Bro, I don't know what you guys have watched. That's why I'm just sitting here, like, because I don't want
But
to watch.
also
this
at the
as well.
same time, apparently people like these are people that are paying him. It's not like
Nah, it's an account he made or something. It's the people they
they like
they are-
they want the king too.
so
Yeah. So
He's-
it's
they
everything's
volunteer for it.
consensual.
Yeah, everything's consensual. Yeah.
Consensual.
So
yeah.
they it's a thing called like wiki feed or something. I don't know. It's like a thing
Goodness
where you like he
gracious.
posts his feet. He goes size 12, blah blah blah. That's it. I'm not lying to you. He posts his feet size and everything, and then people come and then I think he got a 4.8 star review as well.
Oh, that's the. yeah.
nice
What happened to the point too? Had
was the guy-
had
that
a
was
little
the guy-
corn or
Would
something.
you post your feet for
No.
for money?
Sorry,
Would you post your feet
Nah,
pictures
nah,
of your
nah,
feet for money?
I don't do any of that. I don't do any of that sexual stuff for money, man. I don't believe.
No, but like just pictures of your feet. Do you think that's sexual? Do you classify that?
Some people like.
I think it's sexual because I know whoever's looking at it is looking at it. out of that
Okay,
lens.
yeah.
So it's like, yo, hey, you guys have never watched our podcast. I'm known for the guy that's like, I appreciate nice female feet.
Really?
Yeah. Not like in like a crazy way, but I'm just like, yeah, no, it's nice. I like bad feet would be a red flag for me.
Really?
Because I'm like, you only have two. Why don't you take care of them?
Okay, wait.
Like you need,
Wait.
like these are gonna take,
So wait,
these are gonna
let's talk
take you
about- let's talk
everywhere
about the
around the
difference.
world.
Let's talk about the difference between having bad feet and having like feet that are
Amazing.
No, because you know how it's like you can have like there's like the Instagram feet, like you know the girls that post the feet where it's like you know your pedicure's done, but you actually have nice symmetrical feet.
Yeah.
But what if somebody? What if somebody?
I got a pedicure.
Bro, if you don't keep your socks on
got a
right now.
Medicare. I got a Medicare done. I got a Medicare done when I was in Malaysia. I got a Medicare and pedicure.
I saw your photo.
Yeah, I was vibing out.
Man, no way you posted that, Murad.
No, I did it on film, man. Because I went there like every couple of days, man.
Bit of grain.
Huh? No. I took my... Come on, cuz.
From here down.
I should have made money from it.
No, but do you know what I mean? There's a difference between like looking after your feet and genetically having like just nice looking feet.
Sure. Yeah, no.
So that's what I'm saying. Is it a red flag for you if someone has like the feet
like
are
they
just
look
like
crazy genetically.
they're not look crazy, but they're just not like
Yeah, no. Like to be honest, I can't be with a girl that's like has hoofs.
What's hooves?
what's who's
I don't know, like no, not like big, just like
really
like
ugly.
they're just ugly. Like that. No, like honestly, I look past that stuff. But it's just like why? Okay.
What's that? Is that the one where...
I wouldn't be able to tell. That's the thing, because everyone always asks me like, "What's good then?" Right? I don't know. I just know what bad is.
Okay.
Make sense? Dry, ashy, cracked. What else? Like Yeah. Like it to me, it's the cleanliness aspect more than
yeah,
anything. Yeah.
Yeah. So hygiene is just basically
Yeah.
it's a big thing.
It's
for
very
you.
important.
Yeah.
Damn, bro. I didn't even know people were like that into that. Like, feel like.
God.
It's just specific that it's feet. Like if they're feet
Oh,
were
I'm
really
the same
nice
with hands as well.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, that wasn't the topic we were talking about. Bro, you got a weird fetish.
I just want to look out for my Arab guys. I don't want them to get cancelled on talking trophies.
Hey, he's getting cancelled, bro. Straight up, man. What's with Arabs and pride, man? What's with Arabs and pride? Like, this guy called himself Arabs master. Like, I know, obviously, 90% of Arabs are not crazy. Like, 99% of Arabs aren't crazy. But there is this thing of pride amongst the Arab community, you could say. What are your thoughts on that?
As I've been brought here to speak on behalf of the whole Arab community. Now, it's true. I think we don't like being wrong in general, Arab men. Like, we're pretty... Like, once we say something, we're like, we'll stand on it. You know what I mean? Even if we realize we're wrong, we're like, nah, I'll rather die over this kind of thing.
Because, like, that's the one thing, like, I picked up, like, from, like, a lot of Arabs. Obviously, growing up, I mixed around, mingled around, talked with Arabs and stuff. Yeah. And I realized, I'm like, damn, they have this, like, a strong pride. Like, I understand, like, a lot of people have pride, like, countries. But there's this rich pride in Arab culture, I mean, especially amongst them. And even the women, man. Shout out to the Arab women. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I like the Arab women. I like that pride they have. Not pride, but like I like the confidence of Arab women as well.
But it's also the downfall for our whole region as well. Yeah, you know what I mean. Like it's the source of strength and then the downfall as well. Because like when you are prideful like that, you can never apologize. But also when you are prideful like that, you can achieve so much because you're like you believe in yourself.
That's why there's that rift between there's a rift between Turkish and Arabs because of the Ottoman Empire and because what the Western world did was they went to the Arabs and said, hey, how are you letting these Turks like run? The Prophet was Arab, and that's what they did, and they turned on them, and then that's how the Ottoman Empire fell as well. Damn, bro, that's pretty the thing. But the actual main topic we were actually talking about was Murad and his foot fetish. Yeah. But it wasn't actually the foot fetish. We were talking about the like how messed up like these public figures are. Like, what is it like? Yeah, it's like if you know you're doing like this stuff, why would you put yourself out there publicly? You know what I mean? Like if you have these like I don't know, like Jeffrey Epstein, man, had the island, for example, and then with this guy with his feet.
I think the only like distinguishing between like say Epstein and that is like Epstein's one's actually criminal. You know, like this other one is like it's just highly questionable and uncomfortable for the majority of people, but it's like it's not criminal as far as I know. Is there anything criminal so far from it?
Discrimination.
Like we said, it's all consensual. It was like what do you? It was
discrimination.
You said he does this for everyone.
The fact
he does it to every race, but
he does. So he's not discriminating.
It's still racist. Like it's still racist. It's just it's like questionable because it's like
does
why
he
are you trying
them call
to
him names?
I don't know. There's no videos yet.
If he does, is it still racist?
The problem with that, it wasn't even that he's racist towards white people. It's the fact that you're racist towards black people, but then use your platform to big up black people, black women, and you go out and you know what I mean. Like the people that are supporting you are black people. Yeah. Yeah. A lot of them are. You know what I mean. So it's a bit weird that you're doing that and then you go and you have that. So I feel, it's just uncomfortable to watch too. It's just.
That is just one thing I've never understood. That whole race thing was just like, as in, to get off on that is very strange. Like,
people love it where they just love to, they use it because I think it's just a way. It's just an easy ticket to get clout.
Yeah.
Okay, so like on that, we can jump over to another topic. How are like morals and values developed in the world? You know, and if you think from the start of time, let's just say, all right, now we see this as like right now we see this as messed up. Yeah, let's go back. I don't know, like 3,000 years. Yeah, this would have been normal.
I still think the kink part is normal. I think people have kinks. Yeah, like I think like it might not be normal for me because obviously it's just like that's just like not. What I do, but it's like when a lot of people are reading it, like you read a lot of the things people say and they're like it's actually not about the kink. So which part are you saying isn't normal?
I'm talking about like just even like that how he's like pissing in a cup and you know, like,
okay,
like there's there's morals and values we have, and I want to talk about generally, not Murad specifically. I want to talk about the idea of morals and values. How are they developed?
Yeah. Because the conversation started with like the whole kink thing. Let me just get on this. Cause I was talking about this with a friend recently, and I was saying like, there's some kinks that I'm willing to shame.
Okay,
Okay,
go.
do you really think so?
Like if you like pee and all that, like I'm so sorry if anyone's rude. Like I'm willing to shame it.
So if someone asks you to like piss on them,
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. What are you, a toilet?
clearly they like it.
Yeah. Why? Like what happened?
I find which ones I'm like I find question even more. Poo. It's just gross. It's dirty.
Exactly.
Obviously, it's dirty. But you and hygiene. Obviously, we know like that's
Yeah.
But it's the ones that where people cut each like people can actually physically. You know it's BDSM. No, it's SM.
I
actually don't know.
Yeah.
All that stuff. But like
Hey, man, we're
people
good
actually
people.
like.
Yeah.
They enjoy pain, but not just like that whole whip me
Like they
type
want
of
to
thing.
hook
Like,
in
they
their
want
back
to,
and all
like,
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh no.
That one I just like how.
Yeah. Okay. Because then this is where it goes into the morals thing. Because I'm like something within you. I think it's like when you fully pervert sexuality and all that kind of stuff. And now it's like you're fully taking the concept of love out of intimacy, right? And so it's like you can do anything without love now, right? And because it's like in my mind, I'm like, if I really love the person that I'm with, and I understand like the era that we're in and all that, like not everyone's sleeping with the person they love and all that, but to some extent, it's like if I really love the person I'm with, it's like
I'm not trying to whip you.
What? Or like, why would I put a hook in your skin?
Yeah, to that extent.
You know, like because I know that after 3 minutes we're done, like
I'm taking
you're
that hook
bleeding
in,
now.
yeah.
Like that's ill. That's mentally ill to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't know. Like for me personally, that's not my cup of tea. I don't know. Like if I'd be into whipping and belting and tying each other up off the like. Where did this? I want to
Also,
know.
it's
Like,
a lot of logistics, bro.
there's a lot of logistics. And
Work
how did the conversation start?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think some people just don't. So I watched this
Like-
series on Netflix. I can't remember what it was called, but it was that woman, Love, Sex and Goop. Have you seen that?
Yeah, you
You
did
know
a
Goop?
thing
You
on
know-
that. You spoke
What's
on that.
goop?
Huh?
You spoke on that.
Yeah, a while ago. Goop is like that lady's brand, that white lady. I can't remember her name, but she's really like problematic.
Oh.
What's her name?
I don't know.
You can look up
Fondness.
Goop. Look up Goop anyway.
GOOP?
Yeah. So basically, it's like a lot. It's about like your sexual compatibility, and there's like 5 different kinds of like there's kinky, there's sensual, energetic, and 2 more. But then a lot of the times, couples will be together and not understand their like sexual.
It's just like love languages for sex. Basically.
for sex.
Hey, yo, chill out.
So-
You guys weren't talking trophies,
I-
man. Yo, slow down.
because you're
Slow
talking.
down on
You
this
guys are
stuff.
talking about.
Hey,
alright,
no,
okay.
hey, yo. We got some of our viewers are young too.
Yeah,
man.
no, absolutely.
Slow
Yeah,
down
yeah,
on
yeah.
that stuff.
This is
man.
it. This is the problem, though.
See,
Slow
now
down on that,
chop this
man.
up as a clip, get her cancelled.
That's her. See, hey, we got some youngins watching this stuff.
Yeah.
This is not really our cup of tea. We don't like to go into these areas because that area is a bit of a sitch. I'll talk about
You just
gender.
asked me about values and people with all these things. This is what I'm saying to you.
I want to talk. I don't know.
Slow down.
This guy's like, all right, so our topic is Murad.
No, I'm not talking about sexual morale. I'm not talking about sexual morale.
Yeah, I
I'm
wanna-
talking
yeah,
about
yeah.
life in general.
Well, why'd
Yeah,
you say
yeah.
you made the question directly about sexual?
No, I said since we spoke on that, let's speak on
Morality in general.
in
Yeah, I
general.
get you.
Okay.
I do want to
Yeah.
hear this
Okay,
thing
I'll
after.
I'll
Yeah, tell
This
me
one,
after.
please, after camera. Sorry to our viewers. If you are disturbed by this, please send us a feedback and we'll review it because this is very disturbing
You can
content.
you can find this conversation.
Sorry, guys,
on
there
the
was no
Talking
disclaimer
Trophies
before I
Patreon.
came on this
Patreon.
on this episode, so I apologize for that. Clearly,
I don't apologize for that.
He's
Parents, you should be monitoring what your children are watching. How about that?
Let's speak on moral.
Free
General.
Wintana.
more clear. Free me, man.
Free Wintana, but Wintana. We're talking about general like
Morality.
morality. The idea of
You
morality.
said where does it come from? Yeah.
Where does it come from, and how has it developed over time? Do you know? Like, what are your thoughts?
I
on
would
that?
say 90. Oh no, you go.
I would say it's from like your upbringing, your family, your religious like
yeah.
beliefs, things like that is what shapes it.
Yeah.
And then as you get older, like you educate yourself, experience, friendship groups, all that stuff kind of change. And also society, like we're getting more and more progressive. So a lot of things that might have not, like you might not have questioned before just because of, however you were brought up. Now you're like, oh, okay, actually you just have more insight. And so it changes.
On that, yeah. Let's just say, for example, those you get brought up with that. So we could say some of the things that help develop society's morals and values is we could say religion, but we can also say like the idea of like someone did something and then collectively everyone's like, that's pretty messed up, or that's okay to do.
Facts.
So, like for example, murder. Some guy was like chilling, pushes one of his boys off the cliff. The guy dies, not responding. They're like, okay, this guy's
Maybe
dead.
not. Yeah. Let's not do.
Let's
that
not
again.
do this.
Yeah.
Because that's one soldier down. Or for example, I don't know what else. What other moral values do we have? Stealing. Someone's working at a shop. Some guy just walks past, takes an apple. He gets caught. Hey, why'd you take my apple? And you know, gets caught eating the apple later on. They said, hey, that's stealing. We can't do that.
Can't do that. Yeah.
You know, and now we have all these other things. For example, like we can even say abortion's being discussed. So we've gone from the basic of like murder, stealing, to like having discussions about abortions. You know, discussions about what else is other moral things we can discuss. We discuss now.
Even lying. The extent of how much you can, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
where
yeah.
it's okay, where things like that.
Even relationships, the idea of relationships, you know,
Like monogamy and all that kind of stuff.
all of that stuff, you know, and that's how society's become now. So what are your thoughts on how general morals of the world right now? And go hard, content creators.
All right.
It's weird because it changes. Like even when you say monogamy, you're talking about like something like that, where I feel like we grew up. Well, it was always like, you know, you get married to one person. Obviously, some cultures, it's like you can be married to like multiple people.
Shout out 4 Wise, man.
But then it's also like a lot of people
Sounds
are
like a
trying to
headache.
make sense of not being in like, it doesn't make sense to be in love with one person, or you can love multiple people at once. And then this whole idea of polygamy is now a thing, when I think it was a thing back then as well, like way back then.
I
And then
think
we went
it's
into...
ever not been a thing. It's just kind of most of the time been not accepted as
That's
like
what I
the
mean. It's
way
been
to
like...
live. Yeah.
But also it's been a bit like, it's shamed a little bit,
Yeah.
because it's
Polygamy?
like we kind of... Yeah, polygamy.
In the Western world, I think it's shame.
Yeah.
But generally, like until maybe the modern day, like everyone from maybe like, I don't know, 200 years and back has had multiple things. If they could afford it, they'd always have multiple.
But isn't it interesting that we're going back to it now? Like it's becoming in the Western world, it's now a thing. People are talking about polygamy. It's very like everyone's more open about it. It's like we're going back with certain things. Abortion, which is, that one's weird. I don't understand how in America they like it was legal and now they're making it in some states illegal.
Yeah.
It's just weird how things are like going. Do you get what I'm trying to say? We're going
And
backwards.
that's the idea, like morals. That's the morals values, you know, like of people, morals change. For example, let's just say we see something as acceptable now to like, let's just say our kids are going to be like, oh my God, I can't believe you had those views.
Oh,
Like-
I think about this all the time. Like how one day my kids are going to like look at me and be like, either me or my parents, and they're going to be like, yo, like, can't believe grandpa feels that way about whatever. And I'm gonna
Do
be
you
like,
find it hard changing your views about certain things now? Like if you see something and you're just more educated on the topic, or you know before it was like you thought this way because of religion and that was how it was.
Yeah, I think it's not so much harder to change my views. I don't know how much my views have changed on certain things, but it's more like when I was younger, I was kind of like, I will not even engage with considering different opinions about how life works. Now I'm like, I'm all right with realizing like for some people it's a different view, different outlook, all that kind of thing. And now I'm kind of in this place where I'm like getting comfortable with going, I might believe one thing, other people might believe something else. I will hold on to my truth as truth. They can have their truth. If they're willing to engage in a conversation, I'm willing to listen as well. It's not like ultimately I feel like we're all never going to agree on everything.
Yeah, absolutely.
And like some things is just within me. I can't change the way I see certain things. You know what I mean? Like it's tough because like there is the religious influence, there's the family influence, there's a cultural influence, but there's also like an aspect of now it's like that is also just my opinion.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And so it's a bit of a like thing of like trying to go, okay, what will I allow in a sense? But
Have you changed your views? Let's just say in the last 10 years,
Yeah,
5
has
years of
anything
yourself,
changed?
have you changed any of your views? Let's get hot.
not on anything major.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think so, to be honest. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not in the last
with-
5 years, but
yeah.
like maybe like something like abortion growing up. I was so like it was just like I would never ever like there was no even like like I never even gave
There's no
myself the
nuance.
capacity to
Yeah.
even think about why I would do or why people would do it. It's just like, this is wrong, this is a sin, this is da 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 da. But now it's like, I just think it comes with maturity. Like you grow up, you start to understand, like obviously maybe people around you, or, you know what I mean? There's a lot of things that you just see and you understand, you get perspective on things.
Yeah.
And then obviously my views have changed. It's like, I do understand why people I don't see it as like that anymore. It's completely different.
Okay. I don't know. With me, like personally, because I'm Muslim, I think most of my morals are generally based off that. And personally, I will never so for example, let's just say my religion says you can't do this, I'm not doing it from now on. Like that's what I generally believe. If I do it, I fell in sin. That's what I believe. You know, because I signed to the religion. But what this is something like, for example, in comparison to a lot of the people I lived around, my parents raised me on this idea that this is your choice. You know, this is us. This is what we follow. You know, so you follow it. You follow it how you want. I mean, so you follow it fully. This is how we do it. You know, you commit to it because you said you want to be. For example, you want to be a Muslim. Be a Muslim as the best you can. Be the best Muslim you can. But if someone has other beliefs to you, that doesn't change how you see them. You see them for who they are.
Yeah.
That's you respect them.
Yeah.
If your beliefs do come out, my parents always told me, if you don't agree with what they do, you don't tell them off.
Yeah.
For example, or you say you're a bad person, whatever. You respect them as a person. Let them be who they want to be, and that's it.
Yeah.
I've always grew up on that.
Yeah. I think for me it's quite similar, but like it's just like from a Christian perspective, because I guess the whole thing with morality is always changing, right? And what society accepts, what society doesn't accept. So for me, when I look at it, I'm like, I'm the type of person, I believe there has to be some ultimate truth to everything, right? And so I think morality is a pretty big thing, and I'm like, there has to be some truth that doesn't change. And that's where, for me, it's like I look at it out of the Christian lens, and I'm like, I believe what those morals are defined as. But I agree with you in the sense of like my ability to have like to apply nuance to every issue makes sense, right? Like, so yeah, like it's applying the human aspect to things while still going, this is truth, but this is why people might do this or do that or whatnot, and kind of just finding the balance around there. But I like the idea of like seeing why people. I love perspectives. I always love perspectives. Seeing, okay, why you do it like this, you know, and I'm like, oh, sweet, okay, that's how you believe, that's how you feel. It's nice, you know, like that's how you think, you know. And I feel like, you know, when you speak to someone and you get to understand their perspective, you realize why they believe in things. A lot of people, their parents didn't raise them with the idea of, hey, you can discuss or you can have different point of views. Because I feel like with them, like for example, they a lot of people grew up in the environment where it's like your parents say, do this. Why? Because that's how an
it is.
ethnic thing, though. That's
you know, a lot of ethnics. That's why a lot of ethnics.
No questions.
For example,
It's just no.
No question. It is what it is. That's what it is. So when you grow up, you have that idea. I believe this. Everyone else is wrong. And you know, you start looking down on people and stuff like that. So, but if you grow up in the environment where, like for example, you say, why can't I do this, blah blah, and you get explained why you can't do it, and then you be like, oh, okay, you know. And the older you grow up, the more you appreciate that, and then you appreciate other people's perspectives and stuff. You know, so you can see the other side. And like with morals, I feel like for society, a reflection of our morals and values is the law.
Facts.
You know, and the law does change with how things are. You know, how society feels and stuff. The thing I want to know is like, why does the law always take a bit longer to change in comparison to society? Is it because we are being run by more of an older generation that take time to, you know, change the perspective? And for example, now we have perspectives, and I'm hoping that when I get to 40, I will change my perspectives. Not as in like how my beliefs and stuff, but as in my perspective of life, how I see things, you know, and in with more wisdom, you know.
Of course.
So are we going to be the same person like when we turn 40, for example? Are we still going to hold on to our beliefs till from now, not really changing our perspective, and then being that I don't know how to explain it.
But I feel like
damn, I ran out of words, man. I flopped as a podcast. I quit.
I think about this quite a bit.
Because when you think about it, I feel like also our parents' generation, not even like doesn't matter where they're from, they're a lot more hard-headed, stubborn. Like this
Yes.
whole idea of like talking and perspective and being able to hear different opinions is very like current.
Yes.
It's like this whole, you know what I mean? But so I feel like our generation would be more open to, as we get older, like listening to different story. Like it'll be quick. It won't be a slow process the way it is now. I feel like the older generation, which are probably people in like politics and all that now, just dated.
But do you think? But the thing is, we change our opinions so quick. Do you think that will come back to bite us in the long run? Do you know what I mean? Because we're always changing our opinions, always changing our perspectives. Oh my God, this is wrong now. Okay, everyone, stop doing this.
But that could be, that might answer the question of why like the law always takes a while to change. Because it's like humans and society are quite fickle. You know, like one day we'll feel this way, 2 months later we'll feel that way, and I think it's becoming more and more rapid with like internet and all that kind of stuff and cancel culture and all this kind of thing. Right now, it's like I can't keep changing the law every time you masses feel a type of way, right? So it's like, let's give it a little bit of time. Okay, general consensus has been this for a while. Let's change accordingly. I think that's like what we see now in Canada, America, Europe with like a lot of the drug laws, right? Like it's like, yo, let's just accept it. Marijuana is recreational at this point, and our cops are not holding people accountable for it because they don't see a value in it. Like if our own legal, like the cops are finding no purpose to do this and protect from this thing and whatnot, all this, like clearly then it's like that's what the society believes. Now we'll change the law, but it's like,
and they're gonna make it legal, like just like all drugs or something, or cocaine or something in Canada.
I don't know about Canada, probably, like, to be honest, but I think Portugal was one of the first countries that decriminalized every drug, and it was about educating instead. I'm always in two minds about that whole thing, because part of me is like, by decriminalizing everything, you normalize everything, right?
But the crime rate decreased a lot, because I think it was really bad in Portugal before they did that. And then now it's just like...
Oh, they were on the heroin, man. Like,
It's
water for them, or something, man.
So, so when you look at it out of the perspective of like, okay, if we educate people because they're going to do this regardless, then that's our best bet. And from what I've read, it's like, the number of people that actually partake in drugs doesn't increase that much in a city or a country or whatever. So it's like, for me, I'm like, I guess I would kind of prefer that, because you take away the black market. But then it is also the aspect of like,
man.
It's weird walking around and like, because when I was in Vancouver, actually, like meth isn't legal yet, but it's just normal to see. Like 4 p.m., they're not even like hiding or anything. They're just like standing on the corner of an intersection and like... warming it up and everything, you know, and it's like 3-4 of them, and I'm like it's junky. Like you don't want your city to be like that.
And like
well.
the thing is too, like for example, we're getting to that. I feel like we're all getting to that age where like we're gonna start becoming, you know, we're gonna get parents, we're gonna have kids, you know. And the thing is, we speak openly on this, like, okay, this might be okay, for example, legalizing drugs or whatever, because it's the norm now, or it's recreational. But it's like, I don't want to raise my kids in an environment where, you know, drugs is legal. But at the same, and you know what I mean? Because at the same time, I'm going to raise my kids telling them, hey, yo, this is wrong.
This is wrong, We
ain't doing that. I'm not having no Bob Marley Rastafari in my house. My kid is hitting no joint.
I know what you mean. It's because even like I was thinking about this other day, I'm like, sometimes like I'll come home late, right? And I'm a pretty like calm person when I go out. I don't really get messy. I don't get into like arguments, nothing like that. It's just not me, right, at all. Stay away from all that stuff. But I'm like, you are aware of what does end up happening at a certain time, all that kind of stuff, and I'm safe. But it's like, I think about it, I'm like, man, if I had kids right now, I don't want you out at certain times, you know what I mean, like all that kind of stuff. But I'm like,
you also can't avoid it though. You can't avoid it. You just have to raise them to trust the best that you can, and just like you have to have trust in your kids. But there's like also this, I don't know, like I've seen parents that are like, I also grew up with parents that were really strict. So it's like when you're really strict and nothing is explained, you don't tell your kid why you can't do that, why, and you've sheltered them. It's 10 times worse. When they go out, they're going to try everything. There's no trust. There's no like level of like, there's no responsibility or anything. They're just kind of having fun. Whereas when you're raising them and you're trying to like, you know, you instill that trust into them, you tell them why they can't do this, you do this, you do that. If you're disappointed in your child and you've raised them like that, they're going to feel it. Whereas if you're disappointed in them when you're a strict parent, you're always disappointed. You're always, you know what I mean? They're kind of like, whatever.
That's very true. And it's like with super sheltered and like thingo kids, it's like I feel like you end up making dumber mistakes because you're actually uneducated about everything as well. And so it's like that's also a scary element. It's like yeah.
Damn. So listen, man, it's all down to the parents to raise their kids with moral values. But if you are a parent and you're raising your kids with crappy moral values, stay away from our kids.
Oh,
tell them. Anyways, you know how air raid works. We jump from topics to topics.
Let's go. We went from Murad's
Stay away
feeds
from our
to
kids.
morality in society.
Because you know why?
Stay away from our kids.
And Wintana getting told off.
Wintana told off.
I know.
Wintana.
What?
You know, we finally have a female on air raid on our live
Have
air
you
raid.
never had a female?
No. We've had them on the Zoom. So we stopped from doing the Zoom air raids. Air raids in person now. Okay. So this one is a good topic, you know, like, I don't know, you know, when you go on internet now, it's always like guys versus girls, whatever, you know, that's the main, I've pressed not interested 100 times on my,
on Andrew Tate? Yeah.
on everything, not Andrew, the feminist and Andrew Tate, all of them, the red pill gang movement, whatever. But like, why is there such a misunderstanding between men and women now? Especially with the internet? Or do we feel like that there's an extreme, like,
there's an extreme,
feminist and extreme, like masculine,
yeah,
and they're the highlights now, and
100%.
everyone in the middle is just like not knowing where to swing in the perspective.
I think there's definitely extremes. Everyone, and that's who. So there's extremes, and then people think that that's how all men think, or people think that's how all women think, and they take that. But then I just feel like sometimes you have like, I guess both sides trying to like defend the other side, and then that's what kind of also sparks like a disagreement, you know, because if I'm talking about Andrew Tate and obviously like he's just like, I mean, you can see he's not right, and then if someone's like, nah, but I get what he's saying, I'm not gonna take that well, because it's just like, what do you mean you understand what he's saying? Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, but he does chuck curve, you know, I call it curveballs, where he says 2-3 things generally guys would like, then he chucks that like reckless comment, and then it's like some guys are like and some guys are like,
look, I agree with 70% of it. Yeah.
Do you know?
It's for me, the thing is like, there's no one in the world that I'm going to agree with 100% and no one that I'm going to disagree with 100%, right? So like on both sides, right? Yeah. So I can just be objective and be like, that particular statement was true. But then ultimately what it comes down to for me, I'm like, look at the character of any person on either side, right? And I'm like, even a true statement from someone who lives a lifestyle that I do not aspire to live like at all, I don't really want to hear that statement from them, you know? Now, the thing with social media is like, it's all algorithm, and whether you're fighting in his comments section or supporting him or the opposite of him, I don't know, whatever that is, all that TikTok or Instagram or Facebook sees is that they got 2 million comments, right? They don't see, they got this many positive, this many negative. It's just they got a lot of interaction, right? Starts boosting, keeps taking off. And so it's all about creating a buzz and something hot. And I think the more polarizing you are, the more you attract in general. And so it's like, with him specifically...
Oh, not Andrew Tate. We're not talking about Andrew Tate, because we already spoke about him on another episode.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. So like, just generally, like the idea of that misunderstanding.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right.
I just threw you off track
did,
so much.
I had something to bring.
You were going to drop a gem on us, I know. But I just didn't want it to be an Andrew Tate gem.
You don't want to give him a platform. Yeah.
Nah, because it just seems, man. It just
it's
too much.
It's rinsed now.
Yeah.
I think society has become a lot more individualized as opposed to community focused, right? And so when it's community focused, it's kind of like a one size fits all approach to everything, right? And so it's like, man, very layman's term, but hunt, gather, woman, nurture, right? And so it's like everyone, you know that's just the role that you're going to have to fall into, regardless of what you want to do with your life or not. I think there's some level of nothing's wrong or right when it comes to this stuff, right? But like, I think the community aspect is beautiful. The individual aspect, I think, is why we probably see more depression, more all this kind of stuff in like this part of the world. But there is also a beautiful side to getting to truly live life how you want to as an individual, right? And there must be a sweet spot somewhere in the middle. But I think the whole individualization of things allows people to then go, okay, what do I want and what do I enjoy and how do I receive love and how do I want to grow, and then your partner does the same thing and all that kind of thing. And so I think when I look at it out of the lens of modern day, it's easy to always, it's fun as well to go men, woman, but I honestly think this stuff always ends up coming down to maturity and immaturity in people, right? And so it's like, because when I think about it, I'm like, there's so many immature guys I know then I'm like, I can't even see on the same page as them, right? And there's so many mature women I know where I'm like, yeah, I could be on the same page as you, you know? And then an immature woman and a immature man, it's like, how the heck are you guys ever going to communicate properly?
Yeah.
You know? I don't know how much it's become anymore about like, yo, men and women can't see eye to eye. It's just, or have so many discrepancies. I think there's maybe some stuff where
There's
it's
still
like,
a level of it because of social media and everything as well. Like I think that we are
Social
like,
media blew it up out of proportion. Yeah.
yeah,
for
yeah,
sure.
yeah. It's definitely like separated us even more. But then I think just like the fact that people aren't like, I don't know. I feel like the fact that people play into it as well. They just can't separate that makes it even worse.
yeah.
Yeah. I think the title of this episode is going to be why men and women misunderstand each other.
Dope.
Just get the,
But no,
their
I do
titles.
agree with you at the same time. It does come down to like maturity and just like
It really does, because like, I mean, like, let's take it in a modern sense, yeah? Like, let's say, Rayvo, you've got, like, you don't at the moment, I don't know, but so let's say you've got a wife, right? If she's like, yo, do you want to cook 2 nights a week? You're not going to be like, get out of here, like, I can't do that, or it's like, oh, shoot.
Nah, I went. Bro, I just made a chicken. Hey, Weaver, how good? Hey, did you have the chicken mushroom? Weaver, chuck on the mic. Did you have the chicken mushroom I made?
Like, it has no relevance.
Nah, I haven't had it yet. So
What did you have? Which one did you have that I made?
I just had the rice and
The steak, yeah. How was that?
That was alright. Yeah.
Hey,
look
sweet.
at
So
him
I am
go.
cooking 2 nights a week.
Uh-huh.
I cooked for the house for a week, by the way.
Yeah.
Look at him go.
All
Wintana
men,
said
yeah?
to me, what are you saying, man?
Every day? Are you the
I cook now
chef
for
in
this
this house?
week. I'm the chef, yeah. I cook for the week.
Damn.
Yeah,
Let's
what's up?
hope
So my wife,
you-
I tell my, hey, change it from 2 days. Say, can you cook for the next 6 days?
All right, yeah.
Every 3 weeks. yeah.
Yeah, but like in this kind of context, like it's a maturity thing to go like, yeah, of course, let me hold down an aspect if you're busy with something else or whatnot. It's not like, I don't know, like I feel like ultimately if you want your relationship to succeed or you want whatever, like you will sacrifice in the right places where it requires. But then in a non-romantic sense, non-family sense, all that, I don't know. Are there that many disagreements between men and women? Probably.
There is.
There has to be, yeah.
There has to be a lot of
In
disagreements.
the real, do you
generally.
think so? Do you think people actually disagree, like in their individual,
work
in their
or something?
in relation, in their relationships?
I think-
people are actually like having the same conversations. I don't think so.
No, but I think the thing is too, like for example, that's an intimate relationship. So
Yeah.
you're willing to see their
Eye
perspective,
to
hear their
eye, yeah,
perspective,
yeah.
and see eye to eye.
And
But
work.
for example, generally, let's just say, I'll say like a lot of women. Let's just say if there's a group of men, you know how guys get when they're with together. They laugh loud, they talk loud, they get competitive. For example,
Yeah.
That it's not really like a lot of women wouldn't feel comfortable like with like 6 guys.
Okay.
You know?
Okay, got you.
But like let's just say
so
a
it's a
guy,
mannerisms thing.
for example, a guy chills with women, 6 women. Sometimes like he'd be like, oh, why are these girls complimenting each other so much? You know what I mean? Like, why aren't they real with each other? Sometimes like girls are real with each other with like a few friends, but like girls are like able to like.
I'll give you one.
Meet
Like
people.
for example,
But I feel like okay, go. Sorry.
if I need to go to the bathroom, I'll go by myself if I'm out somewhere, right? Girls
Yeah.
will go like 7 of them to the bathroom at
Yeah.
once. That's like a thing I feel like we would never
because
understand.
it's not to
I
do
get
with like
safety.
being with. It's not even that. I think sometimes it's like girls also use the bathroom as like an excuse to get off the dance floor or like I'm kind of over this. Let's go to the next scene. Let's go see what we
Yeah,
we can do over
fair
there.
enough. All
So
I'm saying is
everyone's
guys would never do that.
Yeah. So then what is
If
what's the end? What's the point
if I said
being
I'm going
made?
to the toilet, and my boy said, "Hey, yo, I'm coming." Pause. I just look at him and be like, pause. I'd be like, you do you, man.
I
So,
think
but what's the point? Are
there
you
is
saying
no
like
point.
why can't they?
No, that's
like,
just
no,
like
no.
one thing,
For
for
me, I'm
example,
just saying like
so-
it's different. That's
Yeah,
it.
that's
very
what I'm
different.
saying.
Neither good, neither bad.
Yeah.
yeah.
But I also think the way that we like interpret situations are very different. Like girls are more like I don't know, I think we're like a little bit more emotional. We have more emotional intelligence naturally. I feel like we will like apply that into a scenario more than a guy, whereas a guy is a little bit more like, logical. It's very like 1 + 1 = 2, this, whereas we might look into it like, oh, maybe they were feeling this or like this. You know what I mean? There's a
Yeah.
different perspective. When
And
we
I feel
look
like
at
there's
things.
advantages for both.
Yeah,
The thing is-
100%.
And that's like, for example, a misunderstanding. But like, for example, women might see things emotionally and like see, like we were speaking about, the perspective and see that. But the guys would be like 1 + 1 = 2. That wasn't 2. It doesn't make sense. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like that misunderstanding. Where does it come from? Is it natural?
Yeah.
Is it a
I
biological
think
thing?
there's a natural
a natural
element to it.
element,
Yeah. I think women are just like we're more there's like, you know, naturally more nurturing. It's not all, and it's not like instantly women are all like, there's not one way to see like someone that's nurturing or someone that's emotional and all that kind of stuff. But I feel like we tend to sway to that more than men do. So that's just how we, you know?
Yeah. Speaking on that, let's jump over to the last topic. You know, we just spoke about how men and women see things emotionally different and, you know, emotionally and logically. What's it more important? What you say or how you say it?
How you say it. So this is a point. So men that they can be logical about a situation, yeah? And they could just, I don't know, it could be like, I don't know, like I don't know, what's a good scenario? Okay, let's say for example, you don't need someone to do the job for you anymore. You just like you ask somebody to do something, and women might be like, or me for instance, I might be like, I feel really bad, I wasted their time, I didn't tell them, you know. But men are like, no, we don't need them anymore, like I don't need the guy to come, that's it, you know. I feel like the way you communicate that to somebody is important. So if you're logical and to you, you just want to be like cutthroat and just say, you know, it just makes sense, I don't need your service. Do you get what I'm trying to say? You have to be a bit more gentle with your approach, or you have to be more understanding.
Even with that, but the thing is too, it's like, you know, what you say, for example, it's like, I generally have a respect for people, and I say, this is what the saying I always say, it's like the person that speaks with their heart. They say what like they don't hold back. But at the same time, some people don't like that. Some people don't like, they just say they're so rude or whatever. But like, for example, with me, I see them, I'm like, oh, this person's just saying like how it is. They don't filter it to I think suit someone, everyone around them. They just say how it is.
I think I have a problem with both, right? And like, obviously, we're trying to pick which one's better. But my problem with, like, if you speak right things in any type of way, you lack emotional intelligence, right? But if you speak anything in the nice way, you're unwise, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like, and almost dangerous as well in some situations where it's like, why would I, like, if I know, you know, you're doing something crazy and I should let you know, like, that's a harsh reality. Now, it's important for me to say that nicely, right? But it's like, if I'm not going to tell you the truth or whatnot and just let you keep going because that's a nice thing to hear, that's horrible for you.
But how you say it doesn't
how
mean...
I say it is really important.
How you say it, but what I'm saying, how you say it doesn't mean you're not saying the truth. It just means that you have to be careful with how you say something. So you can still get the same message across. It's just how you deliver the message that I think is... Okay. And it could be your tone. It could be the words you use. It could be like, you know, you don't have to be so... Like, I don't think you always need to be like harsh or cutthroat with something. I think you can still say the same thing.
I agree.
But the thing is too, let's just say this, but I feel like with how you say it, you can tell someone a lie, but you deliver it so perfectly, they believe it. But then you can tell someone, you know, like, as you said, the truth, but you just said it like so directly.
You know who's a good example?
It's insulting.
You know Dame Dash?
Dame Dash rings a bell.
The guy that co-founded Rockefeller with Jay-Z.
Bald guy?
Bald guy, yeah.
Gang.
Yeah. So, like, he's one of those guys, everything he says, for the most part, when I watch his interviews, I agree with, right? Like, it's true, but the guy does not know how to speak respectfully, right? And so it's like, he'll be sitting with people and basically telling them, like, being employed is stupid because you basically have a daddy, and if he stops feeding you, like, he's feeding your children kind of thing, right? Technically kind of true, right? You know what I mean? Like, it's like, if your manager fires you right now and you had kids, like, that's very scary, right? But it's like, the fact you can't say that neatly is very insulting to people, and I'm like, that's where you disservice yourself, because it's like, now people don't want to listen to you. Yeah.
But that's the thing, man. It's like, would you prefer someone that's
100% truthful,
100% truthful and just says it with their chest, or someone that can, you know, beat around the bush and tell you a lie?
Is it beating around the bush though, or is it just being able to like speak to people? Like, you're,
how you say it, you can. The thing is, someone that knows that, hey, I'm a good talker, I can convince people. You know, they can get away with a lot of things. You know, they can end a lot of relationships. They can get whoever they want. You know, do you want that person around you, or like I got friends, yeah, that tell me straight, cutthroat, hey, Rayvo, you're lacking, or Rayvo, you're not doing well. Hey, what's going on with you, man? You going through something? You're weak. Like straight, they'll tell me that. And for me, it's like, hey, yo, this person noticed it and they're doing it out of good intention. They don't know how to say it. Like, hey,
Yeah,
like they could have came to me and be like, hey, you know, hey, Rayvo, you know, like, are you going through something? You had a tough week, whatever, you know? And then I'll be like, I wouldn't really tell them anyways. But the fact that they tell me, hey, man, you're like, you know, let's just say I got one friend. This guy tells me, hey, man, you're looking unfit or you're not training hard enough. And I'll be like, damn, bro, how does this guy know? You know, but he always knows when I'm like just lacking. He says, hey, you're not looking in the shape you are right now. And then I'll be like, yeah, true. I'll hit the gym.
Okay, so what about, does it matter who it comes from? Because like, let's say, for example, I barely see you. And then if I come and I say that to you, how are you going to feel about that?
I'm going to be like, damn, that's a bit, I'll be like, well, like, how do you know? I'm the kind of person, I'll be like, how do you know, man? I've been trying to slim down, man. Like, that's how I am. I've always been like that. Like,
I think for me personally, I would rather deal with someone that just says the truth up front because, like, I appreciate honesty, right? But there is also, I think there's a familiarity level where it's like, it's like, you know, if people just start roasting and it's like an agreed on thing, it's fun. Right.
Yeah.
But if someone just like walks in the room and
starts roasting you,
like, yo, where'd that come from?
Or if somebody you don't know is trying to pull you up on something, I don't know you. You can't talk to me like that. You know.
That's what I'm saying.
But
Like, I feel like guys are comfortable with that.
Guys are more
comfortable
Yeah,
with that.
yeah. I think with girls, it's like, of course, it's like it has to be from, for me anyway. Like, if it's someone that's trying to pull me up or check me, if I don't know you like that,
I don't want to hear
it's going to be received in a bit, especially if it's very like cutthroat. I'm not going to receive it well because it's like I don't have that relationship with you.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're comfortable to say that.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean by like, you know, how you say it matters. But I do understand. Like, I think from the right person, it's if the intention is good, if the intention is there, then it's like.
I feel like I'm that kind of person too. I'm very direct. Like from
Yeah.
how I speak. I think with Tanya, you were tripping out at it at the start.
When I first met you, yeah. Cause
You're
I was
like, why is this guy so direct
But the thing is though, you have that personality. So it's like, I can't look at you now that I know you.
Yeah.
I can be like, okay, you know, it's cool. Like, I don't know. Someone like my dad, he's very cutthroat, very honest, very like speaks his mind, but also very playful, like banter, this and that. So when he says things, you know, the intention isn't to like, to harm you, you know, like when you can tell when somebody just like is saying something because they want the best for you versus someone saying something to you because they're just hating. So
you got anything to add to that, Jim?
No, I agree with that 100%.
For Bittersweet and TDE.
Yeah, we get along.
I like it.
You get along heavy, man.
Good episodes.
What made you like pick? Because it's like obviously you're doing like a compatibility thing when you're bringing people on.
Yeah, well, welcome to our Talking Trophy. I was gonna say Talking Trophies matchmaking. Now, joking. It's just I don't know. I feel like you're very like cutthroat as well. You speak your heart.
I speak my heart.
And even Wintana is a good balance too. Like, you know, you speak your heart as well too. Okay. So I said used to, but I'm telling you, I'm trying to get Murad, man. I'm trying to get your girl more Weezy.
For sure.
And I'm trying to get.
Since you're here.
I don't know if she's gonna be listening, but it's your girl Mo Easy. Yo, hey, we're gonna get her on for sure. And then I want to get Carlos and Daddy as well. Yeah. That'd be a lot. But I'm trying to find people like that. But next week we're gonna get some like our boys, whatever, back on. Yeah. You know, people like that. You know, I feel like they're like guys that they know, like they grow up with. They're like, oh my god, this guy's on a platform. You know, and we give people that opportunity on Air Raid. We give them that opportunity to jump on a platform, talk. You know. Yeah. And a lot of people say like some people are gonna start podcast. They're like, yo, I might. Some boys that came on, they're like, yo, I actually want to start my own thing now.
That's the
you know? So, you know.
While we're on it, since we talked about men, women quite a bit, all this kind of thing, because I said this yesterday to someone and they were like, oh, it's kind of sexist. But for me, I don't feel like it is. Is there anything for you guys that you would not either take the advice or allow the service from someone from the opposite gender? I'll give you an example, right? For me,
massage.
What?
You wouldn't let a woman massage you?
Nah.
So you want...
What?
I have a great massage story as well.
Nah, I'm trying
it's
to
just
get...
the silence, you know? Okay, give me an example.
So for me, like, I'll never let a woman trim my beard.
Nah.
Like, I'll never go to a barber that's female because... but I'm also like... It's not strictly women. Like I would never let someone without a beard do my beard. Because I'm like, well, what do you know?
Nah. Yo, my boy, like for my last job, he used to get his haircuts done by a woman and she used to give the best fades. This guy's fades were just filthy. That's how good they were.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, who's cuts your hair, bro? He's like, yeah, man, my barber, I'm like, she?
She?
He goes, yeah, man. I'm like, no way. I'm like, show me pictures of it like a thing.
Yeah.
And I looked through her page and she gives some hard haircuts, man.
Yeah.
And she does the beard nice. So
You might have to rethink that.
No, it's one of those like unnecessarily sexist opinions that I'll probably just live with.
Wintana.
I don't know if I have one. Like, I wouldn't let a man do like. I'm thinking now in the beauty space. Obviously, but then there are men that braid hair. I can't really think of one. Like my eyebrows. I wouldn't let a man touch my eyebrows.
True.
Yeah, but
What else? Keep going. What else?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. What you got anything?
I don't know. The massage one, I don't know, man. I'm just like, I'm a bit iffy about that.
Like, about a woman massaging you or a man massaging you?
Yeah.
Because I don't like a man
Okay, so
massaging me.
I don't. Like, no homo, but like, yo. Like, I don't know, my parents, like, my dad always told me, like, don't let women massage you.
Yeah. I get it. I get it out of that aspect.
And I just grew up with that.
oh really?
Yeah. But I'll still let a woman give me a pedicure, manicure.
Okay, what's another thing that you wouldn't let a woman do?
I don't know, man. I just, like, always grew up, like, anything. But, like, it's just, if it's, like, touching and stuff like
it
that.
shouldn't be.
That's culturally, I just can't do that.
Yeah.
That's why my parents.
I get that.
So I just get a bit of I'm like, you know what I mean?
You feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I can't think of one. I know for a fact when we get off this, I'm gonna think of so many.
Fair.
Like, would you have a guy? Besides, okay, let's think of maybe massage. Give you a massage.
Oh yeah, actually no, I've never been massaged by a guy.
Okay, that's one.
I think it's just like natural for me to go to a woman,
Yeah.
but I don't think I would not do it.
So look, you go to a massage parlor and there's a guy standing there, just he's like, "Hey, I'm ready to give you a massage," or there's like another lady there.
Yeah, I'd feel more uncomfortable with him there. But I feel like if it depends, if they're very like professional, I don't think I'd be like,
Yeah.
It's not something I would just never do. An opinion I would never change.
Yeah.
That's a very like strong statement.
Yeah.
Okay. Fine, that's it for Aaron. Hey, yo, make sure you guys do subscribe. Check out their platforms as well. Noor and Wintana doing their things. They have their own platforms.
Yeah.
TDE and Bittersweet Podcast.
Yes, sir.
TDE is the Disruption Entertainment.
That's us.
Make sure you guys do subscribe to our channel. Let us know any topics as well, man. If you guys feel like you want us to talk on a topic, hit us up. We'll talk on that topic. Check us out on the audio podcasts as well. We're on that too. Numbers been good on that as well. So shout out to yous. Shout out Weibo and Mash behind the cameras doing their thing. Besides that, stay humble, faith.
Come on, let me serenade ya, serenade ya. For you, go and have your parade. For your sun turn black and gray. Come on, let me serenade ya, serenade.